Hi, everyone, and welcome to the 21-day Mindful Movement and Breathwork Challenge. Today is day 7. How are you feeling? I'm so excited that we've made it this far. I feel really good for having done 7 days in a row of mindful moving and mindful breathing. I'm so excited that you're joining me for this journey. Today, I want to continue our theme of functional movement. And for the breath work today, we're going to go back to Bumblebee breath. So you'll need something to sit on for the breath practice, whether you're going to do floor sitting, I'll demo that, or you can do it in a chair, or you could even lay down for this one. The functional moves, I'm going to mostly demo standing. So if you want to join me standing, you're more than welcome. If you'd prefer to do these movements in a chair, that's also perfectly fine. So once you're set, come on and join me on your mat and or on your chair, and let's get started. Let's begin with some gentle, easy, mindful breathing. Maybe taking 5 breaths. Maybe the first 2 breaths you take, don't change a thing. Just notice the breath as it is. And then notice what happens as you turn your awareness and curiosity toward your breath. Start to notice what it's like. How is it to breathe in? How is it to breathe out? Maybe do a little self-check-in. How are you doing today? Is there anything your body needs in this moment? Is there a way to offer yourself a word or a phrase or a gesture that might allow you to feel 2% more comfortable in your own skin? And let's start with some mindful movement. Let's go back to our arm swings today. Those really gentle wave-like movements. And seeing if you can get the movement smooth and easy. Maybe imagining that your hands are moving through a colored substance. Your hands are moving through jello or honey. And let's coordinate our hand movements with our breath and synchronize that up. Inhaling up and exhaling down. And then when that feels complete, you can grab out your arms, give them a little love. Maybe take a moment just to see a few minutes of breath-inspired movement. Has anything changed? I want to show you one of my favorite functional movements that it's called the half airplane, but I think of it more like a quarter airplane because I do it more on the micro movement end of the spectrum. So I'll leave you to explore how you want to do it. I'm going to show you from the side how this one looks. We do a little tiny baby lunge. So just a micro bend in that front leg. And then what we're going to do is keeping our heels down, just kind of leaning the whole body ahead. And the trick is, can you keep everything in a straight line? So we're not hinging from the hips to bend. We're seeing if we can keep the whole body in a straight line. So once you feel like you've got that, you can step your feet together, then step the other foot back, and then recreate on the other side. You're doing a micro bend on that front knee, and then you're going to lean forward. And it doesn't matter how much you lean forward. What's really important here is that that lean is done with a straight, that whole back line is a straight line. All right, give that a whirl, play with it a few times. And then we're going to move it into just a little bit of an arm flow. So when you feel ready, come into your, you can do top of the mat. I'll just face you so it's easier for me to see you, but you're welcome to have the length of your mat so your feet are on your sticky mat. And then we'll step forward with the right foot so that we can come into just, the feet don't need to be too far apart, but we're just going to do, again, that micro bend in the front leg, just a mini lunge. And then we're going to lean in just the whole body forward, back line straight. And then all we're going to do is go back to our arm raises here and hold the half airplane as we flow the arms. Just go with 4 rounds. Again, inhaling up and exhaling down seems to be a really good one for most people, but you can always change the flow to suit you. When you get to the end of your exhale, you can also reach the arms back a little bit just to kind of engage those triceps slightly. And then stepping the feet back together. This is one of my favorite functional movements because it's really transferable to hill walking. So it really helps your hill walk to be a little bit more core friendly. So if you want to know more about that, I'll link some info in the comment if you'd like. Let's do it on the other side. So we'll step forward. And just come into your micro bend on that front leg. Nice short stance, so you could do it as a micro movement and then leaning. Can you keep that whole body in a nice straight line? Once you've got it, you can flow the arms nice and easy. Inhaling up, exhaling down. Inhaling up, exhaling down. If you're really keen to go further, we'll do one more round and feel free to try a wider stance, and a deeper lunge is going to challenge your body just a tiny bit more. And really pick and choose the distance apart with your feet. Feel free to try a couple degrees of lunge where you can feel a little bit more into that front leg. You may need to lift your heel at a certain point when you're deepening that lunge. But go ahead and just find the just right size of lunge. And then really feel that back line is nice and straight. Might feel your core kind of come on a little bit the wider you go. And then let's flow the arms, just maybe 4 or 5 rounds of the arms, inhaling up, exhaling down. Of course, if your leg gets tired, no, you can rest at any point. One more inhale, one more exhale. And this time, let's hold the arms back. Engage the back line of the arms slightly. And stepping the feet together. And again, on this next side, take a little bit of time to really choose the depth of your lunge, the length of your stride. Get it feeling the just right level of challenge for you today. Might be a gentle challenge, or maybe you feel like you're in the mood for to actually feel a little bit of leg work, and that's okay too. That's very celebrated. Once you have it, let's go into the arm movements. And 4 or 5, inhaling up, exhaling down. You're really feeling into the integrity of the back line of your body. One more. Taking the palms back behind you a little more. And exhale. Into your little bit of a tricep activation. And step the feet together. Well done. So let's do a little rebound here. Just letting the body bounce. For our breath work, I wanted to do Bumblebee today. And the reason why I wanted to show you Bumblebee after the half airplane is because Bumblebee is a really great breath work to do after cardio. So if we were sort of preparing our body for some hill walking, we'd probably get a little cardio action. And Bumblebee breath is a really great way to help with heart rate variability. So think of that as recoverability. So let's do that for maybe 5 or 6 cycles. If you remember it from, was it day 2? What we're doing is inhaling normally and then exhaling to hum. Inhale and exhale. Now feel free to keep your eyes open or closed. Inhaling normal. Exhale to hum. Inhaling and exhaling. And go ahead and do 3 or maybe 4 more on your own. Just really notice what those vibrations are like in your body. We're going to have a hand on the heart to feel the resonance. One. Let's take a minute to drift here. Just really notice any effect your practice has had on your body, on your mind. And before we close, I would love to ask you the question I've asked a few times in the challenge, which is, how do you want to feel? How do you want to feel today? How do you want to feel right now? Again, I really want to thank you for joining me on the challenge and for practicing with me. I'm really grateful that you've made it 7 days, and I really hope to see you tomorrow. So with that, I'll leave you with a namaste.